Start the party!
Hey guys, it's your boy Roy, and welcome to the last real chapter of the game, 5-1. 5-1 is one of the game's points where you are technically forced to use a turret. I tried to avoid it at the start, but you're facing a buzzard, and the buzzard can only be hit from ranged attacks. Getting him with the shotgun only is simply not doable. If you want, you can use your HMG or boost machine gun or even assault rifle and sniper rifle, but technically the turret's just your best bet. Inside the room are a couple of Gorgies, and you can just run and gun if you are like me, or you could throw in a grenade. Generally, not a great idea because it might get stuck under the table. I had some issues with that in the past, and it will only kill like one or two, so you're better just going in and going ham. Here we have a Romanov M or N. I think a Romanov N, the normal type. Again, just stagger it with the shotgun. If you're lucky and you aim for the head, this will happen and its head will come off. It's a unique mechanic, and it's mostly serves a purpose with the disc launcher. By decapitating enemies, they will instantly lose their aggro to you, meaning they can't really target you. The only way they can attack you is by just doing random attacks in random directions. And this is a method a lot of people use for instance, challenge number 6. In which you have to fight quite a lot of Romanovs at one time, and then you can just decapitate them all for a nice easy win. The reason why I don't like it myself is because it makes enemies unpredictable, and I do not like enemies that are unpredictable. I like it when I'd rather have like a couple enemies really try to hunt me down, but at least then I know what they're gonna do. Here you see me trying to get a shotgun only part in, like maybe I can melee him or stuff like that, but I know that my shotgun's not even gonna cut it. I already tried a couple of other stuff. So eventually I'm just like, ah, screw it. This is a run exception. Like, the game wasn't designed by Shinji Mikami to feel like, oh, there's probably going to be some nut job who's going to just use a shotgun. Especially with all the development quirks this game has had in the past. Because for those who didn't know, and I touched on this a bit loosely, but originally the game was a lot more complex. As in, there were multiple suits. At least there were hinted at multiple suits that each had different personas, or were even piloted by different people, or that it was like a mecha suit you were controlling at range, and that you could switch suits, like sort of a style switch. You see me quickly switch to cover. And one of the other elements was that you had a dog companion, which would be able to, I believe, transform into cover at will. But I'm not really sure on that. And part of his design and writing was later reused for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance's Blade Wolf, which is a nice little concept. When he finally hits the dirt, you can use the melee abuse, as you see me do here. Just be really careful, because he tends to move his arms a lot, and sometimes the targeting will go a bit off, meaning you're pretty much stuck. And there's also going to be another couple of Gorgies, and I think a Romanov. I'm not sure. Was it Romanov? No. And again, the game really doesn't really know where to push its boundaries, yes or no, because with Godhard they already pushed the boundaries pretty far by making it a forced no upgrade run, and also changing the mechanics of the meter management. And I feel like we're a bit afraid to also try new enemy encounters, because Godhard has a few changes, but it's not a lot. Like, I would have loved to see 2 buzzards as well. Like, I touched a bit upon this in my last video, but still it's worth considering. Just a general tactic for the Romanov D. That's a drill. If that hits you, you're dead. It instantly kills you. You get this pretty sweet animation in which you die instantly. It just hurts. For the buzzard, yeah, it's standard. It's just a standard comp stomp. Right now it's even easier because I can get behind him and hit his core real easily and get some melee in. Funnily enough, if you kill an enemy with a melee that's already dead, you still overheat. So it really has to do with a certain type of hitbox. Up and coming, we're gonna have to deal with some lasers with a ton of enemies, and you can deal with them, or you can do what I do and you can just run past or boost past them. It all works flawlessly. Here you just see me boost like whoopah. And you need to be pretty quick about it, because over here right now the the walking covers are going to spawn. So I just run over here, kill these 2 guys. And these guys can fuck you up real good if you're not careful, because their melee attack, as you saw here, is pretty fast. Shows no mercy. Of course, the Romanov M is doesn't really give two shits about me. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm just gonna stay here, and eventually I'm just gonna walk away. Up ahead we have, I think, yeah, the last Bia encounter in the game. And what makes this one unique is that it's a single Bia, but it's in a really close environment. But there's a nice little exploit you can use, and I'm going to showcase it here, because you have to place 2 bombs. And what you can do is, once you engage him, you can EMP him when he's near a bomb. And once that has happened, I'm going to showcase it here, you can run away and blow up the bomb, and it'll kill him instantly. Which is a fun little mechanic. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it's a nice little, it's just a nice little detail. We'll go in here, press the button, and there's a dead Bia. Now over here, what you have to do is you're gonna have to assist your allies, and you're gonna have to kill all the enemies downstairs. It's usually pretty easy because you got the turret, but I'm a stubborn little fuck, so I'm like, I'm not gonna use the turret, I'm just gonna stay here. And that's not really working out for me. I'm gonna try and kill a couple of from long range with the shotgun. It's just not working. I'm gonna use the grenades. And this might just be a good part to just talk about the whole run a bit. I already did that, but after this is chapter 2 and chapter 3, 5-2 and 5-3. 5-2 is the betrayal, in which you have to fight against our favorite character, Burns, whose favorite quote is, "Thank God I'm an atheist," which is just funny in itself. And after that we only have 5-3, which is the final boss. And like the game really amps up the hype level, but I always was really surprised when I saw this chapter. It feels like such a chapter in the middle. The only thing that's missing is Burns. But it just feels like, oh, we just had this idea. Like, the game doesn't really do build up well in that sense. Like, if you would see this chapter, you see like, yeah, it's difficult, but it's not the most difficult chapter. It doesn't really have that hype level going on. Like, you're getting somewhere. Like, you're almost at Candine or whatever his name is. It doesn't do that build up very well. So, but when you hit the Burns fight, then suddenly like, it's all out. You're like, oh my god, I'm near the end. This is it. I'm fighting one of the main characters, and then you get, I die? Ah. Huh. Well, that's embarrassing. I guess I forgot to edit that one out. Ah, well, whatever. Sorry about that. By the way, if you want, you can just skim past this. After this, there's only one last fight against the Sea Viper. So I'm just gonna edit that a bit, and I'll see you guys in 1 second. And we're back. Hey guys, it's your boy Roy. Yeah, I had to edit that out. Just way too long of a romp. I just waited there. For this fight, it's just, again, one single Crystal Viper. Like, why aren't there any extra enemies here? You even got more support. The only thing that's missing is that Burns isn't here. One funny little thing about it is he starts off and he kills one of your allies, but he can actually miss. But the voice clip of that guy dying will still play, and sometimes it will even play before he gets killed. So that's like Hollywood grade levels right there. I just do the standard romp again, EMP, regular grenade, and then get my extra shotgun ammo here. Get the melee. Generally really easy boss. There's one little fun thing, and I still don't really know how it works, but he has a unique grab attack that you never really see him use. And if he grabs, you get a really unique QTE you don't see anywhere else. Which also deals quite a lot of damage. I think it deals around 5 to 10% of its HP and damage. And that was it. Those were the chapters. Right now we just got 5-2, which is the Burns fight, and 5-3, which is the final boss. I've said that so many times. I'm sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed this run. I did. And let's go off to the bosses and go kick some ass.
Hey, do your job!